Hello, everyone, and welcome to this new episode of Open Book Entrepreneur. I'm thrilled that we have Vidya here with us all the way from San Diego, and she's an amazing coach, and she's also helping entrepreneurs. So, Vidya, please introduce yourself fully to our audience.
Yeah, great. Thank you, Tony. It's a pleasure to be on your podcast. I help entrepreneurs and leaders uproot self-doubt, anxiety, and overthinking patterns so that they can really leverage that emotional power and lead with commanding confidence in their business and in relationships. So that's my superpower and genius. And I'm ecstatic to be on your podcast today.
Wonderful. And what are some of the benefits that people are experiencing when they're working with you?
Well, this is a really great question. So, at the grassroots, what I find is that, we tend to take who we are as people from our past, the things that we've learned in our childhood and young adulthood. And while some of those things might still have, offer us that super strength, superpower, there are some aspects of it that don't and erode our superpower. So, what I do, my zone of genius is to go into those things that are stopping entrepreneurs from really being geniuses in their work and in their relationships and helping them to bring that up. Yeah. So, this is going to be the benefit is that they're going to feel like their emotions are not running them. They are in charge and in control of their emotions, and they're leading with emotional intelligence and freedom, living in their zones of genius while doing that. So that's one of the main things that I focus on. Yeah.
And why is helpful for someone to actually find their zone of genius and live in their zone of genius?
That is a fantastic question. So one of the things that I always go back to is what is the core values that this person comes in with? So by core values, I'm not talking about things like honesty, integrity. Those are traits we develop over a period of time, right? But we have certain deep desires in us. And these deeper desires may be I want to stay fit, physically fit. For me, the most important thing is my family. I don't want to disrupt my family and my life as I run my business. So these are things I help entrepreneurs like get super clear on and help them really live in the energy of that. So everybody's core values are different than another person. So once we know this, then we can truly go, oh, this is why I feel eroded because I'm not truly living in the energy of what I want in life as I run my business. So I help them link their business to their core values and their life so that they don't feel like their business is taking away from them. They feel like their business is giving into their life. Now, these are people who are already successful. What they need is that additional edge to say, I absolutely know with certainty that this is the direction in which I want to live my life and my business so that my business is not running. I think this is the key for, a lot of entrepreneurs. So, yeah.
Definitely. And what are some of the best results, for example, people experience when they're working with you?
Yeah, I think dropping that emotional weight of not holding that guilt and fear of going after the things that are important to them in their heart, right, while running their business. So they feel free to be themselves in their business, be more authentic in their business, right, and bring in that authenticity. So what starts to happen is that there's a natural charisma and leadership that they start to emit from them, and naturally they attract the partnerships in business and in life that are supportive of that. So I would say that that is one of the, apart from shedding that emotional baggage that's been holding them back from truly claiming that leadership space, the next thing is really helping to attract the relationships and being that leader who has that presence, that leadership presence, and lives and breathes what they want other people to give into their business. So being leaders and allowing other people to lead themselves and not micromanaging or but helping people find that zone of genius and hold into that. Yeah.
Nice. And what inspired you to get into this line of business?
That's a great question. What I found is that I was a consultant in corporate America for nearly 25 years. And during that time, what I found is that I was allowing other people's value systems to really come in and take over my value system. And over time, it was causing me to become more anxious and doubt all my decisions and overthink situations and not allow me to be free to run the business that I wanted to run and be myself in my business. So the inspiration came from years of struggling with this, losing personal relationships that were important to me during that time, and also not having that immediate success as defined in my world, really come up to the forefront for me. So I was struggling with this for a very long time, having immigrated from India to the United States, just doing things for the sake of survival and making money rather than doing things because I was inspired to do them. So once I was able to do the inner work of aligning myself to the vision that I had, which was buried in my subconscious, really, allow that to come to the forefront. I found that I was more open to other people, and I wanted to share that gift because I saw a lot of entrepreneurs struggling with the same thing.
And what would you give as a tip to entrepreneurs that are struggling with this thing?
I would say get very clear on your core values because a lot of people think, yeah, no, family is important to me, but until you go deep dive into what is important to you, and that usually comes from childhood. So we have to look at where are the voids, what were the perceived voids in childhood? The biggest voids generally tend to become the greatest values. So in essence, taking that framework of really understanding the values and making a commitment to self to live in those values is what helps. And that commitment will be tested. When we make that commitment to ourselves, it's going to be tested. I was tested several times in that process myself. And every time I had to reaffirm to myself, no, this is where I want to be. And that's when the universe started to magically pull together the people, places, and experiences that I needed to move to that next level. So that's what I would say to entrepreneurs who are struggling with exhaustion factors because they're working too many hours in their business. They're not clear what's important to them anymore because the business has taken over their life. And they're running on anxious thoughts because they're like, am I doing the right thing here? They're doubting themselves. So I would say if we can get clear on your values and have you live in your values, then you'll be clear that other people are here to fulfill their values and you'll encourage them to do that. And you'll know how to hire and set up your business in a way that is supportive of your dreams as well as their dreams. So I think that is the key. Yeah.
Nice, absolutely. And if someone wants to actually get in touch with you or connect to you or find out a little bit more about what you do, how they can do that?
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah. So if you go to Instagram and go to at My Future Now by Vidya, that's Vidya, come and follow me. And I'm happy to share my blueprint that I normally give people. It's a free gift from me to your audience, Tony. So it's at My Future Now by Vidya. And come and follow me on Instagram. Let's connect. And I'd love to have a chat with you. Yeah.
Nice, excellent. And I can share these links in the description of this episode as well. And on top of that, maybe some final thought, maybe something you want to share with our audience before we close this episode. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what I realized is everybody's definition of a great life is very, very different. And so to anchor into your core values is what allows you to step into your great life. So go for it. Don't ever hold back. That's really my core message. is don't hold back on your dreams. If your family is important and your business is important to you, find a way to bridge those two value systems so that you don't feel like you're robbing one side to give to the other side. Live in the energy of your dreams, hire the right people so that you can truly be who you came here to be, live in your zone of genius, and bring your beautiful skill sets to your communities. Yeah.
Wow, wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing this amazing inspiration. And then also, thank you for sharing your journey. And thank you all for watching and listening to this episode. If you liked it, drop us a like, also subscribe, and see you all in the next episode. All the best and bye bye.
Thank you so much, Tony. It was a pleasure to be on. Take care.
Same here.